What's up, mi gente? Welcome to On the Block with Jen. And today, I got a surprise for y'all. Today is a free-for-all. So it is viewers' choice topics. Of course, I always have my own topics that I got to get off my chest. But today, you guys are more than welcome to hop on the panel or drop topics that you would like me to discuss. Because you know I'm going to discuss it the way nobody else discuss it. So let's start with my preferred topic for today because it's a free for all. So welcome to On the Block with Jen. And Mark, are you gonna have your own topic? Because I got something I got to say.
I have a question though. I mean, once you finish saying what you have to say, I have a question for you. I'm gonna ambush you.
You gonna ambush me?
I'm gonna ambush you with a question.
You better come correct if you gonna ambush me now, because you know
I'm ambush you with a question. Yeah.
Okay, so I'd like to, since we're having a free for all today, and I'm gonna make it free for all Fridays from now on, where it's like viewers' choice topics. So what I would like to speak on today, specifically Pacific Ocean. Today, what I want to talk about is Katie Couric has been in the news lately. So I couldn't let that slide. You know, we're not gonna let that slide on the block.
Not with Denzel.
Right? Not with D-Zelly. Not with D-Zelly. You can't just come for D-Zelly and we're gonna let it slide on the block. So we gotta get into that, right? So okay, Katie Couric, right? So this cracker-ass cracker. And the reason why I say cracker-ass cracker, and I don't think all white people are cracker-ass crackers, but I think as soon as a white person becomes the enemy of our people, then you become a cracker-ass cracker to me, right? So Katie Couric, this cracker-ass cracker, felt the need to bring up an interview from a decade ago or so, and she mentioned Denzel Washington, right, one of our icons, and she mentioned that she felt unsafe around him at an interview about a film. Katie Couric said she felt unsafe.
You use those words?
Denzel. I forgot what she said verbatim, but she said she felt, what was the word? Because I want to get the word, because the word she actually uses even better than what I'm saying. It's better than unsafe. Let me see. What did she? Oh, okay. This is what she said. And this is a white lady favorite. This is what she said. She was left shaken.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Okay. She was left shaken, right? And as you know, white women claim that, I mean, you can sneeze at a white woman and have a little bit of melanin and they'll be left shaken, right? It's a recurring theme with white women, right? Going all the way back to, Emmett Till, which is they're not really shaken or have fear of us in any way, shape, or form. They just enjoy, putting us in predicaments that can be dangerous. I actually think they enjoy it, right? And I'm talking about crack-ass crackers. I'm not talking about, just all white people in general. But I think Katie Couric put herself in the cracker-ass cracker category by coming for Denzel Washington with something that was so absolutely ridiculous, and then saying that she was left shaken, right? And we all know that the black man in America is continuously being painted as some big, black, angry, dangerous, entity, although they are like, public enemy number one and always a target for abuse and murder and, lynchings and all kinds of things, right? But we're always looked at as we're the threat when we really are the complete opposite, right? People that think like Katie Couric are actually the threat of us, not the other way around. So Katie Couric, in all her white privilege, gets to say, that she was left shaken by Denzel Washington, and she paints a picture of him that is not true, as we know, right? Denzel to be. And of course, Black Twitter tore her ass a new one, right? Because Black Twitter for once showed up for something that made sense. But I'm upset that, these quote unquote celebrities and these people who are so outspoken going against black people, right? Who talk about black people. I'm like, where are they? Like, where's Snoop Dogg to call Katie Couric a dog ass fuck face bitch that he got to go see, right? So that's a whole other different category. Like, where are all these celebrities that attacked Oprah and Gayle King, you know what I mean, because they were doing their job and asking questions as journalists? Where are all these people to attack Katie Couric, which is another issue I have when these things happen? The celebrities that are usually very, very outspoken are zip, right? They have nothing to say. So I am going to be that voice in that celebrity and say, fuck you, Katie Couric. I'm gonna be that, right? So I had to get that off my chest because you're not gonna come for Denzel, right? And I'm not gonna have nothing to say about it. So yeah, Black Twitter tore Katie Couric a new asshole, but I think that more people should be speaking out because it's a very dangerous thing that Katie Couric tried to do with Denzel Washington. Why she, brought him up, I have no idea. She was interviewing on a podcast generally about her career. She felt the need to, stick in, she felt shaken. She was left shaken by Denzel because he wasn't letting her ask him questions the way she wanted to say about it. So, yeah, Black Twitter. What on you?
That's me. Okay, that's me.
Okay. So, so she felt the need during the podcast to bring that up, and it paints as we all know Denzel in a very, very ugly light. And I don't think that she's stupid in any way, shape, or form, and she knows the stigma that comes with painting a Black man as this dangerous man who in a simple conversation can leave you shaken. Right? He wasn't threatening her. He didn't jump up out of his chair. He simply said, this is how you're going to ask me these questions, and you're going to put some respect on my name. And that is how Denzel spoke. As we all know, we've seen Denzel in the stigma that comes with, you're really like aggravating my soul right now. Stop it.
It's time to watch party. Go ahead.
So that's something that I wanted to get off my chest today on Free for All Fridays, Viewers Choice Topics. And, anybody who wants to come in and add to that or take away or join the panel, feel free. It is Free for All Fridays, so it's Viewers Choice Topics. And that's something I wanted to get off my chest because I think it was absolutely disgusting. I think it was uncalled for, but it's par for the course when we're talking about what I say are cracker-ass crackers, which is all of you just joining me. I don't mean all white people. I mean white people who make themselves the enemy of people of color, which in my opinion, Katie Couric did by attacking Denzel's character, by saying that he left her shaken during an interview simply because Denzel wasn't going to let her ask him questions the way she saw fit, right? So all of a sudden now Denzel is some sort of threat. So fuck you, Katie Couric. So okay, so that was my topic for today on the Free for All Fridays. So people feel free to comment, respond, or if you want to come on, feel free as well. Mark Harris, what is your free for all topic for today? While I comment.
I hate to even ask you this question now because you just put you put your foot up in Katie. What's her name? Katie Couric.
Katie Couric.
So I don't even want to seem like I'm your enemy right now.
Okay. You was about that. Fuck with me. But you know what? Bring it. Let's have it.
Okay. So anybody coming in, or are you ready for the question?
I'm ready. I don't see anyone coming in. See, I should have put the it was my bad. I should have put the I was going on earlier. I think people still sleep or they're enjoying their Fridays, or I don't know.
It's all good. It's all good. They're gonna watch.
They're watching. I see them watching, but most of my viewers are voyeurs, right?
Yeah. So they watch it definitely.
So what do you have to say now?
No. So I wanted to ask you. Let's just before I ask you my question, as far as Katie Couric, right?
Uh-huh.
So how do you think she put Denzel? I understand, but do you think she actually put Denzel's Washington life in danger? And another thing too is the fact that why, because things happen for a reason, right? You know that.
Of course.
Why do you think because it's not like that they just allow stuff to come out and just leave it at that. So why do you think they're bringing it out now? Do you think that they're about to try to try to start a campaign against, like they do all black people, right? You know, when you get to a certain point in your career, this campaign comes out when it's time for your career to end. Especially if you're not going to go away in silence, like like your Sidney Poitiers who just left in silence and things like so forth and so on. So, do you think that is Denzel's time when they're saying, okay, we're about to start this campaign on Denzel to try to destroy him, like we did the rest?
Okay, are you ready for that conversation?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm about to open up a can of worms. Okay.
Okay.
So I don't know if you're ready for the worms. I do believe in systematic and systemic oppression. I do believe in racism. I do believe in prejudice. I do believe that the white man is out to get us if we're looking too shiny. You know what I mean? Like Rosewood and Black Wall Street and in small ways too, in small pockets and big pockets. It's not a conspiracy. All these things have tangible evidence attached to them, right? But as far as, our icons get to a certain age and then they're torn down, I do not believe in that.
Okay, why not?
I don't believe in that.
No, I'm not saying a certain age, because clearly it's not about age, right? Mm-hmm. It's about what you're doing with your fame and your wealth. So, say for instance, if you look at Paul Robeson, he actually was not only spoken out, but he was trying to connect Black people in America to Black people in Africa, so forth and so on. He was very strong in terms of his love for Africa. He was very strong in terms of, like, he went to Russia. And so when it came to Paul Robeson, he was actually destroyed, right? So it's not about your wealth. I'm sorry, it's not about that these Black people get up in age. I don't believe that either. Like, you get up in age, so are we going to destroy you now? No, because they would have done it with Sidney Poitier. They would have done it with Richard Pryor and so forth and so on.
So tell me what happened with Paul Robeson. What happened with him? How was he destroyed?
Well, he died broke because and they call him a communist. He went before the communist. He went before the government and with the trial and so forth. He couldn't work. They took away his passport. He couldn't find no job anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And then he couldn't even. And the Black people in entertainment during that time wouldn't even assist him financially. So he died broke, mm-hmm. Because he couldn't work. Nobody would hire him. Nobody, he was able to go overseas because they would hire him in like different places like Russia and stuff like that. But they took away his passport. So he couldn't even travel to even make money. So what do you do? So, okay. So are you saying that white people conspired against him, and then even Black people didn't help him? It happens all the time. Okay. It happens all the time. All right, because I think that's different than the short answer to your question about Denzel. Where do I think white people are taking this? Because I think it's very, very random for Katie Couric to pinpoint Denzel in the fashion that she did. I don't know where they're going with this, but if they are going somewhere with this, we are all going to find out, right? So, but I think there's a difference that we as people of color do not understand, which is sometimes our icons can be criminals. Sometimes our icons can be very bad people, right? They say absolute power corrupts, right? Right? Yeah, absolutely. I agree. And they say power corrupts, absolute power corrupts absolutely, right? So a lot of men, once they reach a certain tax bracket, and this is for any race and ethnicity, once men reach a certain tax bracket, right, and a certain status of power, a lot of them become corrupt. In what way? That's why I said, are you ready for this conversation? Because I think people like R. Kelly and Bill Cosby were corrupt. They had a lot of power and a lot of money and a lot of yes men and a lot of people of color who looked the other way. Mm-hmm. So I don't think that quote unquote white America conspired against R. Kelly or Bill Cosby, but as you've seen and as we know, you post that on a thread on any social media and you'll get 1,000 comments saying different. No, they are after our icons, right? And Bill Cosby in particular is laughable to me because Bill Cosby was a huge lover of Caucasian women.
He coveted white women, right? He loved white women.
So does that make him corrupt?
Absolutely. Wait.
Let's back this up. So you said because Bill Cosby, all right. So you said if a black man has a fetish for white women, he's corrupt.
Absolutely. Nick Cannon, Bill Cosby, Jamie Foxx. You heard it on the block.
I'm talking about we get Jamie. I mean, wait. Where you get Nick Cannon from?
Nick Cannon. Do you remember when he had that episode of his podcast with Rizza Islam, and he was talking about being with? All right. Well, Nick Cannon was stressing during an interview with Rizza Islam how being with white women, is a sign of success, and he has every right now that he's rich or whatever. Now he can be with that white woman, right? To me, that's a very corrupt mind. And Rizza, Nick Cannon?
Yeah.
Yes, very much so.
And
Rizza Islam was trying to bring him back around, trying to brother him back around, what I call brother him back around. And then after a while, he just kind of gave up. You know what I mean? It was like, fuck it. You know what I mean? I can't really talk to this dude because it's Rizza Islam. It's not Minister Farrakhan. So Rizza can only go but so far, right? Because it's good with someone who is who's not going to, Rizza's here, right? But Nick Cannon was here. So Rizza couldn't reach him, right? But Rizza can reach a guy that's here, right? So after a while, he just gave up, and basically it became a joke, between the two of them. And Rizza was like, well, that's him. He's saying that. Nick Cannon's saying that. I'm not saying that.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah. It's pretty popular. A lot of people broke down that interview. Jamie Foxx is another one. I think if you're a black man and you become very powerful and very wealthy, and the first thing you think to add to make it look like you're successful is chopping down white women, something is wrong with you.
Right.
So I had no mercy. I had no mercy or sympathy for, say, the likes of Bill Cosby. No mercy whatsoever at all. At all. None whatsoever at all. You had a black queen at home, and she was basically what I would call a bottom bitch, which is she was washing your drawers and they were crunchy from all these white women you were running around with. I have no mercy for you. Deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Look, this is on the block, right? We're going to talk like we're on the stoop right now, right? So I'm going to keep it all the way real. So it's and that's to me what it is. If a woman is at home enabling a man to run around and chop down white women continuously, you're not going to tell me Camille Cosby didn't know, right? So
when you get that wealthy, right? When you get that as wealthy and famous as Bill Cosby, and then a lot of women just want to be as long as he's doing this thing, taking care of these bills, I'm comfortable, do your thing. Right. When you get that, but okay. Okay.
Can you lower your phone? Because that beep and that ring is really loud. It was coming loud yesterday.
Okay, my bad.
Talking, it was ringing. So that's how I feel about someone like Bill Cosby, but I think that is night and day from when you utter the words Denzel Washington. Okay, that is night and day. So if there were ever a time where Black Twitter and people of color and Snoop Dogg and T.I., and if there was ever a time for these loud mouth Negroes to come out and defend somebody, this is it right here. Katie Couric versus Denzel Washington. This is it right here. Not Bill Cosby, not R. Kelly, okay, not Snoop Dogg. Right here, Denzel Washington. So where's everybody at? Which shows me that it's full outrage. Like people like Snoop Dogg and T.I., they just jump on whatever's hot and popping and popular, right? Whatever people are mostly talking about.
It's not just them though. It's everybody. It's 99% of the people who jump on what is hot.
Right, but do you think that's okay?
I don't think that's okay. I'm with you 1,000%. I don't think that's okay at all. That's what I'm saying.
I know everyone's not, because people are like, when I had the episode with colorism in the Latin community, and Ida Rodriguez had mentioned, everybody's not an activist. Some people are just meant to be entertainers, right? So you can't expect more from them than they can give. Some people are just here to entertain and get rich and die, right? Shop and then die, right? And that's fine. But I think if you're the type of person that always has a loud mouth about things that go on in current events and the celebrity world, then I think this is when you should open up that big trap of yours, Snoop Dogg, you know what I mean, T.I., Common, like where are all of you at? Which makes me look at them with a side eye. Like
Common?
Yeah, all of them, because they're very, you know what I mean? They're very, very open and outspoken about things. This is Denzel Washington. That is a true icon. You know what I mean? That to me is that's different than a Bill Cosby, in my opinion. So where's everybody at? Y'all supposed to come out swinging for Denzel. Absolutely. Not a man who chopped down white women his entire career, and then some white chick was like, I got him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have no mercy for somebody like that. You know, but Nick Cannon's another one. Jamie Foxx is another one. So if they get caught up in a scandal with white women.
What about you said what?
I said good luck to them.
Ruthless. We'll start record company for you called Ruthless Records.
The truth is ruthless. The truth is ruthless. But this is how we talk on the block.
I have a question for you. You ready?
Yes.
I have 2 ambush questions for you. I'm gonna ambush you twice. All right. So
okay, then I'm gonna read these comments.
Okay, go ahead and read the comments.
Oh, okay. I'll do the comments first. Louis Bruce said, "Scandalize My Name" is a deep song written by Paul Robeson. Scott Aaron says, and the only reason Cosby got dragged is because Hannibal Buress got tired of him telling Black people to pull their pants up. That wasn't white people dragging him down. If there was no Buress, Cosby would still be America's TV dad. I gotta agree, because not just Buress, but also D.L. Hughley, and a couple people started coming out and being like,
"What I want to disagree with both of them doing it." You know the reason why?
Why is that?
I hate cowards. This is what I mean, and I'm not talking about DL and Hannibal Buress, right? But I hate, like, just what what you were saying about Snoop and resting out. You know what I'm saying? I hate cowards, people who just pick and choose things that are safe, right? So you mean that you see that this man Bill Cosby is? I mean, I'm saying like he's in jail, whatever, and you'll continue. You're gonna sit there and you're gonna tell you have to step up, which is fine if you want to. If those are things you're gonna.
But is that you?
That's not me.
I have no idea what that is. That sounds like one of those Facebook inbox calls.
Yeah, but it's not me. If somebody called me from Facebook, don't do it.
What happened?
I said, if somebody called me from Facebook, don't do it. What's you? That's not me.
I don't, because sometimes I have these freaking perverts calling me.
Right. So that's the fact that this is what I'm saying, like that. A lot of that stuff is like set up, and all of that stuff is fake because there are so many people. Right? Is that you?
You sure that's not you? Hold on a minute. Okay, well, I shut down my Facebook. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. So there's so many people, right? So many people who we know who are in entertainment, right? And they know who are doing who are doing a lot of pedophilia is in entertainment, right? There are a lot of guys who are entertainment who still involved in that whole Me Too movement, right? They haven't been ousted yet, right? So these guys, they don't say anything about them because it's not safe yet, right? You don't mean to tell me they didn't think that none of these people knew what Harvey Weinstein was doing? And you don't think they sat back around the table, Harvey Weinstein, laughing about what Harvey Weinstein was doing? You think Harvey Weinstein is the only one? Do you hear any of these people talking about how what's this who's one of my favorite directors, Woody Allen? You know what I'm saying? You don't think people sitting there, they don't see what he has done? You know what I'm saying? So my thing is the fact that if you know somebody is doing it, if you know somebody is molesting a child, and you afraid to say that this person is molesting a child because you want a job, or you want to keep a job, or you don't want to destroy your career, you're a coward. You know what I'm saying? So you want to sit back and but they wait for someone else, right? The whole thing with Harvey Weinstein. They wait for someone else to do it, and then when someone else does it, then they want to come back, and then when they see that this person is falling, right? then they want to come back and latch on to that and say, okay, he did this to me, but you were, and to make it appear like they're this courageous person. No, you were not. The courageous person was the one who stood up first. You all are just riding the bandwagon of the courage of this one person. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm waiting for you to finish the what about Weinstein before I proceed.
I'm not even going in terms of what about Weinstein to Bill Cosby. I'm saying
you just what about Weinstein and said you weren't what about Weinstein.
No, that's not what I'm saying is, no, I can use a number of people. Let's just say,
can we just use Bill Cosby though? Is that possible? Can we just stay with Bill Cosby?
No, here's the point I was making.
Okay.
Here's the point I was making. And it wasn't a what about Weinstein type of thing either. The point I was making is if it's not the fact that, like, okay, Hannibal Buress, right, may have been the one who outed Bill Cosby, right? He may have been the one who outed Bill Cosby. So in that instance, Hannibal Buress, who's a Chicagoan, is the one who has the courage, right? Because he's the one who spoke up when everybody else was silent. So not everyone else, the D.L. Hughley's and all of them, I knew what he was doing. But you didn't say anything. You never said anything at all until this man started to go to court, until this man was in prison, is when everyone started to come out and started to crack the jokes about Bill Cosby but Hannibal Buress, if you want to look at Hannibal Buress, right, he was the one who was courageous enough to out Bill Cosby. Do you understand what I'm saying?
All right, but why it's like it's like now we're veering into, like, we don't know how shit works. We're veering into that because how many Minister Farrakhan's are there?
Just one.
Just one, right? And then he stepped up first, and then how many millions followed him? Millions, right? So that's
different.
No, it's not. In every single movement, there's always that one person, and then everybody has the courage to follow. But what we're doing now, this is what we're doing, which happens a lot with Bill Cosby and Black criminals in general. What we're doing now is making the issue the cowards that didn't speak up. Forget that Bill Cosby is a sexual predator. What's important in this conversation is all those people that didn't speak up. No, we're not going to divert. We are not going to divert. Bill Cosby is a sexual predator. Now, who told on him and who didn't tell on him has absolutely nothing to do with Bill Cosby.
No. That's not my point.
That's not divert. That is your point. You're diverting. This one is a coward and this one is a coward. When the point is Bill Cosby's a sexual predator.
Okay.
Who cares who's afraid for their careers?
You said what now?
I said, who cares who was afraid to speak up because of their careers?
So, okay, here's the point.
The point is that Bill Cosby is a sexual predator. Who cares who was afraid to speak about it?
You know why it's important? You know why that's important, right? That people are afraid to speak up when it comes to their careers, and they speak up when somebody like Hannibal Buress out Bill Cosby. You know why that's important? Because if they were afraid to out Bill Cosby, right, and they only do it when someone else does it. So think about the other people who are in the entertainment industry, or the people that they know, or their uncles or their brothers who they see doing the same exact thing, but they're afraid to say something. So it's just not about the fact that because Hannibal Buress stood up and everybody else joined on. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying is that if you're going to stand up, right, even let's just take Bill Cosby out the way. If you want to stand up, stand up when it's done. When it's done to your nieces, your nephews, to other people in the industry. Let's just start outing people for what they do, and not wait for someone else to do it. You understand?
Okay, all right, and that's great. That's a great message to put out there, but it's still a diversion from the predator. Do you understand how it's a diversion?
It's not a diversion.
It is still a diversion because now Bill Cosby gets to hide behind, well, you ain't telling when your uncle raped your niece, and you ain't telling when your father raped your sister, and y'all ain't telling, and then Bill Cosby gets to hide in the wings while motherfuckers hiding. And it diverts from the point and the criminal. It is another form of saying, yeah, he's a rapist, but what were you wearing? Yeah, he's a rapist, but why didn't you put it down? Yeah, he's a rapist, but why are you worried about your career? Why you say you are diverting from the criminal end? It's what they do in court.
Let me ask you this.
It is what they do in court.
Let me ask you this.
You're playing defense attorney now. It's like, let's divert from this guy killed 10 people.
Let me ask you this.
People on the weekends. Who are those people on the weekend?
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, okay?
Yes.
All right. So let's just say Hannibal Buress outed Bill Cosby, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then someone else comes out and starts to out and say, okay, Bill Cosby did this to me, right?
Yes.
He did this to me as well.
Yes.
So, but they know that other people are doing the same thing that Bill Cosby is doing. But they don't want to say they don't want to give the names of the other people who are doing the same thing that Bill Cosby is doing. So you know what happens? It keeps going on and on and on and on because this is my point. Because they're not standing up and being the men and women to out these people. I'm not trying to defend Bill Cosby and what he done, what was done. That's not what I'm trying to divert. No, I'm not trying to divert either.
Yes, you are. Can you Bill? Okay, I'll test you. Is Bill Cosby a sexual predator?
Absolutely.
Is Bill Cosby a lover of white women?
Absolutely.
Is Bill Cosby a diminisher of his own wife, his own black wife?
Absolutely. There's no
okay, you can go on now.
There's no argument from that's not my argument at all. That's not my argument at all. What I'm saying is the fact that if Hannibal Buress, if he outed Bill Cosby, and he did, right, then everybody else want to join on, right? Cool, join on and say, okay, we're going to out Bill Cosby. We're all going to out Bill Cosby. But if you know that there's someone else that is doing the same thing that Bill Cosby did, doing the same thing that Harvey Weinstein is doing the same thing that Woody Allen is doing, if you know these people and they're in these positions of power and they're doing the exact same thing, it is our duty. It is our duty to out these people as well. Don't you think so?
Yes, but that's a different subject. And what happens is, let me tell you something about timing. I have a
question for you.
Say again?
I have a question for you after this.
Okay. Let me tell you something about timing for everybody listening, because I see a lot of people watching. Let me tell you something about timing. The problem, okay, with us, all right, with the Negroids, the problem with us is that we don't play hero about sexual predation until one of our heroes is taken down, right? Why aren't black men in general, okay? Because after Bill Cosby got caught with his little dick, okay, in the white cooch, all of a sudden, black men were concerned about all these sexual predators, and why are we speaking up? And we know people been raping forever and ever. Why are we speaking up after Bill Cosby got dragged? Why weren't black men telling on their brothers, their uncles, their cousins, their boys, their homies, until Bill Cosby got his little dick stuck in a sling? That's the problem. It is timing. So when you choose, right, Bill Cosby's timing, when Bill Cosby was getting dragged and got caught out there, and all the black men started blaming people in the business, and then, oh, why ain't y'all telling on him before? It diverts from what Bill Cosby did. It diverts from what R. Kelly did. Let me explain how.
Okay.
Let me explain how. Okay, this is the example I always use. It is no different than someone coming to me and saying, oh shit, my mother just got killed. And I'd say, oh my God, who killed her? This white guy killed her. And I'm like, well, listen, white people kill people all the time.
It's different.
It's the same thing. It is timing. If I truly care,
that's a bad analogy.
Let me finish. If I truly care about white people being murderous, being rapists, that is my theme. Okay? If you ask anyone who knows me, what does Jen speak about the most? What does Jen hate? They're gonna talk crackers, systemic oppression. That is my theme. Okay? I don't wait until somebody I like gets taken down and then start going after white people because I don't like who you taking down. Right? Let's say I like Denzel Washington. Oh my God, he's been taken down by white people. Let's go after all the white people. No, that is my theme. And with black men, they didn't give a fuck about pedophiles until their hero got taken down, until the man that had them stepping in the name of love.
Wait a minute.
Then all of a sudden, then all of a sudden, there was a campaign. Oh, why ain't y'all telling nobody about these rapists? Y'all ain't never gave a flying fuck.
Who says that Bill Cosby?
I never gave a flying fuck. You know, let me tell you how. Because everybody watching, and you cannot deny it, the black pedophile uncle is a joke that is a staple in the black family. That joke is a staple in the black family. Why? Because these motherfuckers don't go to jail. There's no justice for the nieces and daughters that they rape. It's just a joke at the barbecue. Oh, Uncle Larry coming by. Make sure Tiffany stays in her room. Uncle Larry coming by. It is a fucking staple in the black community. It is a fucking joke. It was never priority. But take Bill Cosby down, America's dad, and all of a sudden, oh, look at you cowards. Why are you coming after Bill Cosby now? Look at you cowards. Now it's a subject because they took down one of your quote-unquote heroes. But all these motherfuckers that didn't have fathers, and Bill Cosby became their father, Dr. Huxtable became their father, now all of a sudden pedophilia is a thing and everybody should be snitching. Come on. And as far as Harvey Weinstein, let me tell you something, and this is going to sound terrible, and I give zero fucks because we're on the block right now. But as far as Harvey Weinstein, that man was being a predator on white women. They don't need my fucking help, okay? White women have wealth and fucking privilege. They don't need Jenny from the block, all right, to come and defend them. They got their own shit. They got their lawyers, their money, their voice. Fucking one of these actresses gets on there and says, me too, and everybody's covering it. What about Shaniqua in the South Bronx, okay? What about when she comes on and says, R. Kelly touched my ass? Oh, well, you fast. You must have been fast. They have no defense. So I will not spend one iota of my vocal cords defending a Becky from Harvey Weinstein. Let them deal with that. Let them white women and them white girls, let them deal with Harvey Weinstein. That is not my fucking world. My world is Shaniqua, okay, and Jenny from the Bronx. That's my world. So I don't got nothing to say about fucking Harvey Weinstein. I don't give a flying fuck what Harvey Weinstein did to those white women. And it sounds terrible, but it's the fucking truth. You know why? Because Becky and them don't give a fuck about what R. Kelly did to Shaniqua. Okay? They don't give a fuck. So it's reciprocal as far as I'm concerned. So that's why I become incensed when they bring up fucking Harvey Weinstein, because Harvey Weinstein cannot affect Shaniqua in the Bronx or Brooklyn. Harvey Weinstein ain't got nothing to do with us. Let them white girls take care of Harvey Weinstein. That ain't got nothing to do with me. But to bring up that name, I become incensed because it takes away from our victims that look like me. It takes away. When you throw in Harvey Weinstein ain't going to Chicago raping little girls at junior high school. You know what I'm saying? Harvey Weinstein ain't raping girls that look like me. Let them white folk take care of their shit over there. Fuck Harvey Weinstein and all of them over there and all that Me Too shit that they stole from a black woman, by the way, because Me Too was started by Tarana Burke, a black woman, and they took that shit like they took everything else. I don't give a fuck about nobody's Harvey Weinstein. Zero fucks given. I care about people that look like us and who's protecting us. And every time something happens to one of our women, what we do is divert. Okay, we divert. Well, why are they cowards? Burris and D.L. Hughley, now they and Bill Cosby gets to hide in the wings and gets to stay being Mr. Huxtable. Fuck Bill Cosby. Fuck R. Kelly.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, here's my question for you, okay?
Wait, I'm sure I got comments.
Go ahead and read your comments.
I swear, you trying to get cut. Somebody said, Louis Bruce said, what happened with Denzel? Louis Bruce, Google Katie Couric and Denzel. It should pop right up. Everybody all quiet.
I did this to you.
Daniel Jefferson said, not this black man. Thank you. Yeah. Louis Bruce said, that is true. We cover pedophiles in our family. Yeah, it's a joke. Every comedian has a pedophile uncle joke. That's how common it is in our families. That's how common it is. Let me find out. Somebody in my family got sticky fingers with the kids. Let me find out. But go ahead. What was your question? So
Uh,
many people watching and nobody's saying nothing. I'm sorry. I ain't trying to scare nobody. Come on in. Today's free for all. Viewers' choice topic. So if you guys want to bring up another subject that's not Bill Cosby or Kelly or whatever, or Denzel or Kid Cure, please throw something up and we'll discuss it. We'll dissect it for you.
so let me ask you this.
Yes.
How old were you when you became an atheist?
How old was I when I became an atheist?
Yeah.
That happened like, well, looking at my Facebook memories, about 9-10 years ago, I was still using words like, oh, bless y'all, I feel blessed. So I would say, looking at my Facebook memories, I probably stopped maybe like 8-9 years ago.
Okay.
Round about. Because when I see my Facebook memories, I'm still talking about God, and I'm like, oh.
Okay, so 8 or 9 years ago, right?
Yeah, round about.
Before that time, right? Like any time before that time, did you used to pray?
Yes.
Okay, you used to pray?
Yes.
Okay, so in your prayers, have any of them ever been answered?
That's a good question. I can't say they have. I can't say they have because I was a strange type of prayer, I would say, because I would do the Our Father first, and then I would want this is weird talking about how I used to pray, but I used to pray for like what I wanted people to have, and the healing I wanted them to have, and the peace I wanted them to have, or whatever pain they were going through at that time. That's what my prayers are like. I never prayed for like things. I never prayed for like, I want money, I want a career.
Like in general, like did you used to pray in general, regardless of what it was?
I would do a nightly prayer every night, and that's what my prayer consisted of. I would do the Our Father first, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, blah, 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 as it was recited to me. And then after that, I would say, bless the children of blah, blah, bless anyone who's in pain tonight, blah, blah. So I know I never prayed for like, I really want this job, I really want this man. Yeah. I never viewed God when I believed in him that way.
So your prayers. So are you saying like your prayers are more ritualistic than actually conversation?
Absolutely. I felt like it kept me kind of like, I did it every night, and I felt like it kept me kind of like, like it brought the day to a close, sort of. It was ritualistic. It was more like, okay, this is my wind down before bed.
Okay. Like at any point, right? Any point did you like, God is not listening to me?
Not me per se, but looking around at the world, I started thinking God's not listening to anybody. So not me per se, because again, I never prayed for things, right? I prayed for people the majority of the time, mostly children, people suffering, people hungry, people.
Anybody like that you like personally that you were praying for and like it never got answered?
No, I would pray for my family in general. I would be like, keep this one safe, keep that one strong, keep that one, I would pray like that. But, after a while, I was just like, who the fuck am I talking to? Look at this world. What is going on? You know what I mean? And it's like, it just started like making less and less and less and less sense to me. I was like, I'm just talking, and I can meditate and get the same, the same feeling at nighttime. I can meditate and, unwind without talking to somebody that I don't even know. Like,
so let me ask you this. So, all right, that's the question. I had a second question for you, right?
Okay.
I'm messing with you today.
That's messing me. I'm tired, so I'm like, you gotta.
So, you talked about Bill Cosby, right? You talked about Harvey Weinstein. We got into all that, right?
Yes.
Do you think that there are like cults and Illuminatis and that keep people from or that destroy people who like in entertainment, right? Do you think there's like, because you hear people all the time, right? You hear people all the time, right? On social media talk about the Illuminati. I'm like, what the hell is the Illuminati? Do you believe in any of that?
I don't believe in the Illuminati. I do believe in the old boys club. I believe in any business. I don't care if you work in the post office. I don't care if you work in the White House. I don't care if you work in the music business. I don't care if you work in Hollywood. There's an old boys club, right? And there's the creme de la creme, the top, the suits. And they decide who stays and who goes according to how business is going. I do believe that. I don't think there's a cult that cuts chickens and sacrifices goats and you sacrifice your firstborn and all that. I don't believe in the hocus pocus stuff, but I very strongly believe, and there is a group, because I've spoken to different actors. I don't want to name no names because if I say the name, you're going to know who it is. But I've spoken to... Huh?
You say their name, you definitely going to know who it is.
Right. I can't say who it is because he's a household name. But, you know, I've spoken to actors who are like, no, there's like a clique. And if you're not in that clique, you start getting ostracized because these people, they party a certain way. They do drugs a certain way. They have fuck parties a certain way. They, you know, they fuck around a certain way. They, you know, and it's kind of like they get favors a certain way. So I think there's a hierarchy in a club that it's like you down or you ain't down? Do I think there's that in every business you could be in? Absolutely. But no, I don't believe in the new Illuminati, like, oh shit, I'm gonna get $1 million if I sacrifice my goat or my puppy or my Yorkie. No.
Okay. That's it for me. That's it for me. Those are my 2 questions.
That's it. All right. Listen, mi gente, we got about 15 minutes. Today is Free for All Fridays. And I can't believe y'all not taking advantage of this. Drop a subject or a topic, or if you want to come on the panel and bring up something that's getting on your nerves, feel free to come on the panel. All right. And I'm gonna hurt Mark because he dragged me on here today. I was tired. Mama was tired. But
people look at it. You know, oh yeah. And so I get so many. So let me ask you this. Because people always inboxing me, right? About you. 90, I'll say 98% of the time is positive. And she's great, she's doing great. And the other 2% of the time people are like, that girl got issues.
Oh, so I gotta work harder because I need that number to up.
She got issues.
I gotta work harder. I need more people to think I got issues.
No, why is that?
Because
I have a third question for you too.
Okay.
Let me ask this question. Would you all right, if you had to debate Tommy Lauren, right? That's her name?
Yeah, Tommy Lauren, whatever.
Lauren, that's it.
The ugly little white chick with the toasted extensions.
I would love to see a debate between the two of you all.
I would love to debate her. I would love to debate her with her little finger. I would love to debate her.
What about Candace Owens? What are your thoughts about Candace Owens?
She's a house Negro. You know what I mean? I think she's picking up where Omarosa left off. I mean, and I think that, you know, every house is appointed one. So I'm not, you know, surprised. And, you know, I don't vote. That's a whole other argument. So, you know, I look at these things like entertainment, you know what I mean? It doesn't really mean anything. You're going to have traitors, you know what I mean, in everything.
So are you saying she's a traitor because she's a Republican? Or she supports Donald Trump? What makes her a traitor?
She's a traitor to her race because, you know, Donald Trump is openly racist. So if you support an openly racist white man, you're a traitor to the race.
What about black people who support Biden?
Who support who?
Joe Biden.
I think those black people who support Biden, they're blinded. They think that some white man in the government is going to do something for them, even though none of them have for 45 terms of presidency. They never have. And I think they're sheep, and you got to let sheep, you know, sheep. So, you know,
my question to you is why?
It's not their fault. It's not their fault. It doesn't make them bad people. It just makes them really hopeful, unrealistic people. Ain't no white man in the government gonna do shit for you. They never have. They never will. Like I said before, they don't have to. And black people, they don't realize that white people don't have to do shit for you, but pander to you so they can get in their seat. And then that's it. They don't have to do anything else for you. And they've proven it. I'm not even, people are like, oh, why are you saying it? It's tangible. What has any white president ever done for you, your grandma, your great grandma, your mama, your grandpa? What have they ever done for you? What's tangible? What can a black person show me that says, I voted, my grandma voted for this white man, my great grandma, and our lives changed? That's not how America works. America was built on.
One of the things that happened is through voting is, we had we only have like 6 more minutes left.
No, 10 minutes.
I think you're okay.
It says 49 over here, so it's like it's 10 minutes.
Yeah. So
I'm logging off soon. So if you wanna drop a topic really quick for us to cover and dissect, I will do so. Today's Free for All Fridays. Or if you want to join the panel really, really quick and jump on and speak your piece, you can as well.
Yeah, so black people who vote, right? They can easily look at the civil rights bill, and say it allowed us the opportunity to drink out of water fountains. We weren't able to drink out of water fountains, to go into places where we weren't able to go into places, to move into communities that we weren't able to move into communities. So if you look at, a person could easily say, well, when you say that voting has never done anything for black people, we can easily say, yes, it has. It gave us some great opportunities to integrate into a society that we were not integrated in.
And how's that working out for us? Oh boy, you let me integrate. How's that working out for me? So you gonna shoot me in the back instead of the front? Like, how's that working out? And let me just be clear. Yes, voting has allowed certain things. Like, of course, if you have a stable of unruly animals that may rebel against you, you have to throw a bone every now and then. You have to throw a bone to keep order. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make it so now they look like more than animals to you.
They want to make it appear that they're dictators, when in reality they are.
Right, exactly.
They want to make it appear that this is democracy. But if you post the wrong thing on post the wrong thing on YouTube, they'll pull you down. If you say the wrong thing, they put you in a position where you're unable to provide for yourself and your family, or you have to go to another country. Then they try to block your like they did Paul Robeson. So they're trying to take away your visa and your passport from going to other countries to make money. So they'll completely destroy you until they turn you over.
And it's sad, you know what I mean? I feel for my people, because people of color, like, we're the most fucking gullible people on the planet. Like, we play too black, too strong, and we play these really tough personas, and we're like, well, ain't nothing like the black man, ain't nothing like the black woman. We kings and queens, and it's like they can easily sway you. You know what I mean? Hey, girl, I put hot sauce on my chicken. Hey, girl, I know all the lyrics to Cardi B. Come vote.
How do you know? How do you know that they don't? Let me ask you this: how do you know that? As vocal as you are, right? And I tell you, I was like, well, I think what you're doing is very unique, because there's not like a voice out here like that, right? In terms of what you especially entertainment, right? Entertainment.
I'm gonna need the FOI around me soon.
Absolutely. Daryl, I see Daryl is listening too. He's So let me ask you this. So how do you know that they can't make you an offer that you can't refuse?
I'm not built that way. And I'm not I mean, my life is proof, right? My life is proof. I've been to the bottom, like to the bottom. I've lived in an abandoned building, no running water, no electricity, right? So I've seen the bottom, therefore I'm not afraid of the bottom, right? That's why, like, when wealthy folk, when they go broke, they start, suicide, drugs. I've never done drugs, okay? That's one. I've never done drugs. And I've been around girlfriends who were sniffing coke around me, smoking weed, you know what I mean? I've always stood strong in who I was, innately. I've lived in an abandoned building for a year. No running water, no electricity. I know what the bottom is like, so I have no fear of the bottom, right? So in order to get someone to betray their people, you have to have leverage, right? It's like, I can offer you this, I can offer you that. There's nothing that they can offer me that I'm going to want. I am not a materialistic person. I hate Gucci. I hate Fendi. I hate Prada. I hate Louis Vuitton. Okay. I think it's a fucking racket. First of all, them crackers don't want you in their clothes. But hip hop made it big, so now they're pushing it to our communities. So you can't entice me with material things. You know what I mean? Been there, done that. And yes, I've been the drug dealer's girlfriend, and there was an abundance of money, right? So I've been there too. There's so many things that I've seen. That's funny. I got an FOI calling me on the phone right now. Ain't that some shit? So it's like you can't, you know what I mean? I am a stone, right? I am a stone. So you fucking with a whole different animal over here now, right? A whole different animal. I've never voted. I will never vote. So my entire life is evidence of what I'm saying, because a lot of people, when they're where I am right now, which is not particularly famous or not particularly wealthy, they talk like me. They talk real tough. And then as soon as they cross over and they got material wealth and they got, you know, the black card, and they can get into Fendi and Gucci and Prada and all of that, and they can date the white man, the white director and the producer, their whole shit flips. Their whole shit changes. I've always...
You know we got this on video.
Say again?
We got this on video. I'm going to play this back 10 years from now.
Play it back. I want you to play it back. It's so important that I remain this person. It's so important to me. You know what I mean? It's so important to me. And I've never been materialistic. Like, people that are into material shit, you can entice easily. You know what I mean? I'm not a part of this shit. I'm not a part of the system. I never was. I never will be. It's not, you know what I mean? I know that a Gucci bag is a fucking piece of dead cow. You know what I mean? Printed with somebody's name. And my name is Garcia, right? That man's name is Gucci. Guess what I think? I think his fucking name is not more important than Garcia. So why do I need to wear it on a bag? Why do I need to wear that motherfucker's name on the back? Who convinced you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury? Who convinced you that that motherfucker's name was more important than yours? Do you realize what a mind fuck that is? A man who lives, breathes, eats, and is going to die.
But we do wear his name,
right? So, what do you mean?
Harris is not. We wear his name. Garcia.
You talking about slave names, though?
Yeah.
That's different than me volunteering to go. That was out of our control. Yeah.
Right.
But you know, going out and giving money to an empire that is not going to give you anything. I don't even believe in fucking funerals. I don't believe in funerals. I believe in cremation. I am not leaving $5,000 to $10,000 to a family that I don't fucking know. That money would go to my family. Our thinking is so fucking warped and twisted because of tradition. Because of tradition. Tradition got us all fucked. And if you see how zombie-like we are, right? As soon as we get money, all of you motherfuckers do the same thing. Like every single one of you, all of you go get that Gucci print. It's like, you ever feel like you've been had? These motherfuckers got you all wearing the same damn bag. Bars. You know what I'm saying? All of you. And it's such a mind fuck. And I said this, mark my words, since you said this is on video. Mark my words. I will be the first actress, okay, on a Hollywood red carpet dressed in Walmart clothes. Mark my words.
Walmart.
Mark my words. I will be.
You gotta go to Africa and get you some dashiki. Walmart is the.
Listen, I'm specifically picking Walmart for a reason. We're gonna get into the whole Black designers and Latin designers and dashikis and all of that, right? But I'm specifically saying Walmart for a reason. Okay, I'm specifically saying Walmart for a reason. And y'all gonna see. Y'all ain't never seen nothing like me. And that's why that 2% or that 3% of those people that inbox you, she crazy. Yeah, because I'm not the status quo and I'm not cheap like you. So, and that fucks with people. It's like, wait a minute. If you don't like Gucci and you speaking about Gucci, you're gonna make me feel a ways because I like Gucci and I gotta get them red bottoms and I want to be like everybody else. So you scare me. When people see something they've never seen before, they get scared or they want to go against it because it's easier to go with the flow, is it not? Right? When you're going with that current, life is real easy. I don't give a fuck about the current. Okay, I'm going the other way. So it's like, I've been there, done that. So I don't, you know what I mean? I've lived so much, believe it or not, for these couple years I've been on the planet. I've been there. I've been, you know, the person that's had a lot of money, been in that position. I've been the person that didn't have running water or electricity. So I'm a whole different animal. I'm not of this planet. So no, but you people gonna see. Y'all just gotta keep following me and sharing my shit. If you want to prove me wrong, that's what you can do. Share my shit, and when I get there, we gonna see.
How can we follow you on YouTube?
On the Block with Jen. Everywhere on the Block with Jen.
Your Facebook page, don't you have your Facebook group page?
Yes, on the Block with Jen, Facebook, on the Block with Jen, YouTube, on the Block with Jen, Instagram. Okay. And if somebody, I know I have a lot of warriors. I want to end with this. I know I have a lot of warriors. My following people, because I see these spins. I'm getting like 500-700 spins, but only like 2 of you are talking. So if you guys want to challenge my thoughts, my ideas, if you have anything to add about the material things that we're after, you know what I mean? That we're so enticed by and enamored by. These things they're just things, but somebody fucking convinced you that the name Louis Vuitton is more important than yours. Somebody convinced you. And at the end of the day, lest we forget, it is a piece of fucking cow. It is a Louis Vuitton bag is no different than a fucking cheeseburger. They both are cow material. But someone convinced you that I'm gonna put an L and a V on it, all right? My family's name, and it's gonna be important to you. I tell you, you've been bamboozled, hoodwinked. Okay? You've been mind fucked. It is a fucking bag. And with that said, I'm hoping I got not 5% now, more than 2% people going in your inbox saying I'm crazy. Crazy like a fox, bitch. I'm gonna read let me read some comments before we get out. I'm crazy, bitch. Yeah. Brian sharply said, don't nobody got to do shit for anyone. Obama ain't do shit for Black people. I agree. Don't know. Brian, I agree with you. No one has to do shit for anybody. That's another thing that we think. That we're always looking for the savior, whether it's Jesus or Obama or Biden. Someone gonna come save us one day for sure. Like, yeah, I agree. Nobody has to do anything for anybody. I see Rasan is trolling, so we're gonna skip over Rasan. Ed said, "What's it about?"
Rasan, he trolling again?
Oh, he trolling. He trolling hard. Rodriguez, I'm sorry, love, you're late. Today was Free for All Fridays, where you can talk about any topic you want or drop a topic and we address it. Ed Rodriguez says, I can totally relate to that. Team individuality, the hell with the status quo. Brian says, I feel like the handle is all about your disgust for J-Lo. It is. There's a part of it that is. You're absolutely right. Yes, it is. My handle is on the block with Jen. Yes, that's why I say the real block with real Jen. Angela, I love you too. Ed says word all the way up. Avon said, yes, crazy, but righter than the motherfucker. Thank you. He said crazy, but righter than the motherfucker. Yeah, that's gonna be on my bio. That's gonna be my bio from now on. Crazy, but righter than the motherfucker. Tommy Bain said, you sound like my mama on them bags. She made all of her own clothes. Yeah, because we've always, and that's another thing. We come from a lineage that's so talented and so creative, you know what I mean, and so skillful. When you look into our history, we got here and got fucking dumb. We got here and got fucking dumb. We got here and we became.
No. Not we didn't get here and became dumb, because again, we were the ones who during slavery, all the inventions came through us, right? It was when we started to integrate during the 60s when we became dumb, because we started depending on other people. when you depend on other people, it kills your creativity. You know what I'm saying? So it was like after the 60s, like what the hell is wrong with these people? But before then, we were good, even after slavery.
But at least we can vote.
Yep.
Okay, so all right. So are we done, or you have something else to poke me with?
I have nothing else. I have nothing else. I'm about to log off so you can end so you can end the.
I can take my nap now, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. So this was a wild one, but it was really, really, really dope. So every Friday, we're going to have Free for All Fridays, which is anybody could bring up any topic you want to be on the panel of, or you want me to dissect with my ideas. So guys, thank you again. Thank you for joining me every day. I am going to keep this going. I will teach and free people, whether they like it or not. So like Avon said, crazy but righter than a motherfucker. And yeah, I'll send you 10% for that motto, Avon. All right, guys. Really, really love you all. Keep tuning in. Share this, share this, share this. All right, so I can get on that red carpet and represent for y'all for real. You know, on the block with Jen, on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Instagram. Follow me, follow me, follow me. And just click watch party. There's like this little thing that says click watch party. Throw it on your timelines. You don't even got to sit there and watch it. You can just hit watch and just go on about your business and keep scrolling Facebook, but I'll still be playing on your wall. So thank you, man. I appreciate you. All right, I appreciate you. Even the ones that think I'm crazy, because y'all be back. Y'all gonna come back around. All right. Later, guys. Hasta mañana. Mwah! And I'm out.